Okay, we have another question that's come into our counselors. This is a good one. They're all good, but this is also, I'm able to hit a lot of points with this one. Feelings versus emotions. You probably never even heard that before. By the way, I'm Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation. And where that's coming from, this person, I'm going to read the question to you. But in the course that she's taking, we have a course for men and a course for women. I bring up this topic of feelings versus emotions because it's very important to recognize the difference. So let me read this to you. And there's other points I want to make that she brings up sort of inadvertently. I've watched Paul's video as how feelings are different from emotions. And you're probably scratching your head. Did I mess up my hair when I did that? I realized that promoting my positive thoughts brings out better behaviors and better relationship, and that's true, but that's not where we're going with this. But my husband knows how I feel about his infidelity, and he still keeps the relationship very active with the same person and expects a happy marriage. Now, this is such a loaded sentence. So, my husband knows how I feel about his infidelity. Hello, how could he not know? There is no woman on the face of the earth who is okay with her husband's infidelity. It's immoral, it's degrading, it's humiliating, it undermines the marriage. It's saying, I'm not in your marriage. It's your marriage. I'm doing my own thing. That's what it's saying. How could she be okay with it? How could she expect her husband, just practically speaking, to feel okay? That she feels okay. And then she goes on to say, and he still keeps the relationship, darn it, very active with the same person and expects a happy marriage. So I can't speak for him, but I can tell you what he probably expects is he expects to keep his marriage going, probably for the sake of his children, not for her sake. He's probably totally exhausted in terms of the marriage, or he would never have cheated. And she's saying, yeah, but he shouldn't be cheating. No, he shouldn't. It's immoral. But the world is telling him it's better than leaving his kids. And you know what? Ironically, it's true. It's not cool, but the kids are better off than if he just left his wife and family. Because kids need an and I am going to get all kinds of arguments with this, and I don't care. I've gone into the statistics. I know what happens to kids when there is a divorce. They get smushed. And I don't care what these current psychologists say, yeah, but it's not so bad to get a divorce. It's worse to be fighting in front of them all the time. No, it's not. No, it's not. And of course it's not good to fight in front of them all the time. It's not good to fight, ever. But if we're going to start drawing lines here, I'm going to get right in there. But there's no need to draw lines. She literally has the power, literally has the power to heal her marriage completely, to get beyond all of these infractions on both sides, all of these feelings, all of the emotions. She alone, and that's why we have courses for women and courses for men, because you alone have the power, man or woman, to save your marriage in most cases. In this case, for sure. What he's doing is wrong. There's no getting around that. But You can heal the marriage. You could restore the connection. You can create a loving connection like you've never even had before, because part of what we teach is how to be married. That's what we teach. The difference between, now I'm going to answer that question. It's kind of a, how shall I say, it's an intellectual question, because it's not going to really help you in your marriage. What I've said before will, but it'll give you some knowledge that you haven't had before. I'm the one who has separated feelings from emotions, by the way, for these purposes. Feelings are the original who we are. You see, we're souls. And marriage means we marry our soulmate. You're a soul, not this big spiritual thing. Well, it is, but I'm not going to make a big thing of it because it's just the way it is. Well, when you go outside and you see that sun blazing, wow, that's amazing. If you really thought about it, it would blow your mind. But you don't. We take it for granted. I've already gotten to the point where I take for granted that I am a soul. You are a soul. Everyone I meet, they're souls. And all of us have a body and we have a mind. We're souls, though. That feeling of our true self, which you can experience in meditation, for instance, or at times when you're overwhelmed, it comes up, then you know that true feeling, that's real. What is that feeling of I am? That guy Descartes, he was wrong. He said, I think, therefore I am, but it's wrong. I am, therefore I have a mind, and therefore I can think. But no, I can feel. I can feel joy, number one. I can feel love, wisdom, self-awareness, consciousness. I am. That's feeling. The mind has emotions. The mind is a machine, a great machine, a great gift, but it's taken over our lives because its job is to do a lot of regulating. Included in that is watching out for danger, watching out for opportunity. And so it sends messages to us, to our consciousness, this is dangerous, this is good, this is bad, in the form of emotions. But we have not been properly taught, so we run with those emotions and we get caught and bogged down in them, and they're like pop-ups in a computer where you get a pop-up, your disk is getting overloaded. Okay, fine, you just keep going, right? You know that you got to deal with it, you got to sort out your disk storage issues, but you don't get totally sidetracked by it. But we do because we've been taught that our emotions should be honored and they're real, but they're just pop-ups. And those are what they call feelings, but they're just emotions. And we don't need to take them so seriously. It's just habit. So that's the difference. Now, she goes, I'm going to finish your program and hoping along the way I find a solution. I guarantee you, this is very old, that the counselor, part of our program is you get a counselor, and the counselor that she wrote to, she doesn't know who it is, we all remain anonymous, gave her the proper guidance, get her on track, and I would bet you anything the odds are stacked in her favor that her husband came back to her and dumped the home wrecker, and they have a happy marriage. It could take some time. In most cases, not that bad, but once everything is out, a lot of women come to us and they go, you know, I discovered this. Should I tell my husband I know this? No, don't tell him. And those cases are much easier. These are a little harder because he's come out, you might say. So it's more difficult. But it's still going to save the marriage. So that's that. I know that much more than I thought we would get into. I hope it was useful for you. If it was, like it. Maybe you could subscribe if you want to hear more. I'm Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation. If you're a therapist or a relationship coach or clergy and you want to become a TMF marriage counselor, take a look at what we have to offer. In the meantime, I'm glad you stopped by. God bless you and take care. Thanks.